Welcome, friends. Let us together rebuild this world so that we may live, laugh, and lore.
I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Not listening. I'm not listening.
Oh, that took.
Program loaded and ready.
Make it so.
Welcome to the Live, Laugh, Lore podcast. We're your hosts. I'm Tony.
And I'm Mark.
And we have a special guest with us today.
I'm Ben.
Whoa. Ben, he's back. A wild Ben appeared. Is it shiny? I don't know. But, because last time we did a Pokemon episode. So.
We did, that's right. Because that was very recently and not a super long time ago.
Yeah, oh my gosh. When was that? That was in our infancy.
Yeah. That was...
Were you our first guest?
I take full credit for the boom in
No,
popularity.
you're right.
Wasn't he right after Gabe? Was he our last? I think he was our last guest of year one.
Year one.
Yeah.
Would have been, wow.
The bookend.
Bookend.
Nice.
Which officially
Wow.
this makes Ben our most appeared guest at
Correct.
2 and a shared, so you can say 2.5 times.
Yeah.
But Paul and Joe both only have 1.5. Actually,
Jenna's close with 2 right
Yeah.
now.
Well,
Actually,
asterisk, she lives upstairs.
Yeah.
Allegedly. No, she does. She does. We're in the same home.
She's the first sounding board on every episode, so she's involved in every episode.
Yeah,
She
you're
may
right.
not-
You're
That's
right.
right.
Indirectly.
Producer. Well, she's a producer.
Yeah,
That doesn't
exactly
count.
right.
That doesn't count.
Remember when they went through the whole, there's like the levels of producers and they just like don't do anything. You know what I mean?
right.
Like, executive producers, like you do something, and
Yeah.
then like the writing producer, you're like, dude, this guy's it's honorific, you know, but. Sorry for all the writing producers out there.
Hey, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. But, so we have our good buddy Ben here.
Yeah.
So, Ben, we totally appreciate you coming in.
Mm-hmm.
This is very exciting because I was like, oh my gosh, I was going to sit here and be like, hey, today we're talking about, but I don't know what we're talking about.
I don't know either.
Mark and I are completely in the blind, so Ben wanted to.
Do I know? I don't know.
I hope so.
Otherwise, we're just going to shoot the lore.
Yeah. Or this is what we're going to be talking about. Yeah. So for the next 15 minutes, just, what's
Buckle
up,
up.
Ben? Yeah.
Yeah,
What's going
so,
on, man?
okay. So you asked me what I want to talk about, right?
Free reign.
A few days ago, free reign. And there's something that's been bugging me. And I'm hoping it strikes a chord with you guys as well.
Most likely.
So it's a big thing through the lens of a more specific thing, specifically the movie industry, right? We kind of probably all see that it's changing.
Yep.
Just a lot of remakes these days.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of interesting new creative stuff happening.
Yeah.
But the thing that really frustrates me, not frustrates me, I just am more grieving, is I am upset that there are not as many good dog movies as there were in. I feel like the
Wow.
90s were a heyday for
Airbud.
dog. Yes.
Beethoven.
So I just want to talk about
Beethoven.
this.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
By the way, grieving was a really good term.
I'm
that was the
grieving.
best bait and switch because first off, you had me hook, line, and sinker the entire time.
Yeah.
And then the dog, I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, you're right.
But seriously, like those were some of the best movies growing up.
Dude, and cartoon shows too.
Yeah.
Superdog.
Yeah.
Batman. Batman.
So can we just-
Dog with Tim Allen?
Can we just talk about this? Because apparently they're not going to make any more ever again.
What?
Dog movies.
Did they,
Really?
Is that like an official Hollywood
Dude,
announcement?
It feels like
Mile
it.
and Notice. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
That was. I mean, it wasn't a comedy, but I mean, you know.
So I
definitely
really,
hit the heartstrings,
I was
but-
thinking this could be more of a psychological episode. Why am I so upset? that
You know,
there's
Ben's laying down on a upholstered
Yes.
brown chair.
Yep.
Mark and I have our notes
I'm
out.
horizontal right now.
Yep, we've got our Rorschach test. Let's just say Ben's not doing.
Sigmund Freud beard
Yeah.
over our real beards, you know.
So you're holding in your bathroom breaks, right? Yeah. So
It all goes back to your mother.
yeah, it goes back. No, and I think a lot of what kind of held it back, like think back to the Scooby Doo movies, like that was like the first time, other than Twilight,
live-action
when they're
Scooby-Doo.
like,
The live action Scooby Doo.
yeah,
oh
but they
man.
had to
Talk about
figure
a
it
perfect
out.
cast.
I
mean,
know.
yes.
Oh my gosh. But they had to figure out, like, there's a tennis ball here. We have this thing called computer generated images. And, like, I will never forget. That was, like, probably the first time I was like, yo, dude, this is real. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, it was so hard for me to even think that something generated this image and they're acting with it. It's crazy.
Especially coming from Scooby Doo because you knew him as a cartoon, right? So
Exactly,
it was like,
yeah.
there was that weird, and it wasn't super realistic yet. Like it still looked fake.
Yeah,
It was like,
yeah.
oh, that's just cartoon Scooby Doo, but next to real people.
Yeah, but I bet it didn't age well. But in
It
my
probably
mind,
doesn't.
but in my mind, that was like the real deal. But I
Yeah.
guess what I'm trying to say is like, it blows my mind. Maybe this is my second point bleeding into it, but this is my point I want to make is fundamentally, we are having such leaps and strides in the way of technology with CGI that this is child's play. Like, there's probably university students who could probably make a Scooby. They did the AI, the whole Scooby-Doo episode. They just trained models to watch all the Scooby-Doo, and they're like, hey, make an episode. But what's kind of getting to me is that, like, we do seem to be taking a step back where we should have more things because we do have this technology, especially in the way of dogs. Like, Airbud, can you imagine how much of a nightmare that was? That was an actual dog.
I know.
Right.
That had to have been
Like,
a
I wonder,
nightmare.
like, did they just film and then wait until they get lucky?
Yeah.
Like,
I want to know how many Airbuds there were.
yeah.
Because they probably, you know what I mean? Like, there's not one.
No, there's only. What do you mean? There's been one. There's
yeah.
one Airbud.
All right, man.
There's one groundhog.
He still lives in
forever.
San Diego.
We're back to our therapy session. All right, Ben. When they said they took him behind the barn and he went to the rainbow pastures, what do you think it meant? You know, but yeah, no, it's crazy. You think the technology would be better assisting of that, and you know, or is there some weird target demographic right now that they're like, dude, dogs are out,
Right.
don't want it.
Well, everything else is coming back from our childhood, right? Like, they have freaking
Everything.
alcoholic Sunny D now, right?
I know.
So all products are being targeted towards, 90s and early 2000s kids that are now adults
Which is really funny to think
with
about.
disposable income. So where's the MCU of dogs? Like,
Yeah.
I just want a dog cinematic universe. I would watch every movie. I would love it.
It's crazy because why they've remade everything, but why not dogs?
That's a
What's
good
your
one too.
thoughts?
Well,
Yeah.
were there many outside of?
We just listed like 7.
Well, like Disney Channel movies or like their TV movies, right?
Yeah.
You're right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
There's no blockbusters.
correct. And so those were made for the kid. Maybe the kids now don't like it. I mean, take our parents for example. They grew up watching westerns. You don't see a lot of new westerns anymore. You know what I mean? It's a niche audience. So
So you're
good
saying
point.
like every generation has some sort of niche gimmick?
yeah,
So we can
Ours
blame,
was dog?
we can blame
I guess so.
we can blame the kids then, is what you're saying.
Ah, smart.
Damn
smart.
kids.
Gosh, yeah. Come on, Peter. You know what I mean? When you listen to this in 10 years,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I was just when I was driving over, and you kind of hit on it earlier, but when I was driving over today, I was thinking like Homeward Bound. Yeah, I think you guys have seen Homeward Bound. That's a movie with 3 animals, real animals.
Isn't that Milo and Otis?
Is
What are
that
the
their
3?
names? It was like there's a
There's a
retriever
red, yeah.
and a
I'll Google it.
look
Don't
it up,
worry,
Google it. Yeah.
This is our first time we've ever Googled on the podcast. Yeah.
We're not even Googling now.
I'm.
Yeah. So just to think that like people just recorded animals for like. I want to know how much footage there is of these
Right.
of these animals walking around that they then had to dub voices over.
Yeah.
And then somebody had to come up with, what does this dog sound like? What does this cat sound like?
So I was going to say, I did get a big kick because when they were interviewing Brent Spiner, he does in Star Trek, he's Data from the Next Generation. He has a cat named Spot. And it's so funny because when they're on the screen, they're like so pumped and everything. But this is answering your B-roll question. Like, as a character, like, oh my God, Spot's back. Brett Spiner was like, whenever I saw Spot in the script, I was so livid. Like, it took all day. There was 4 spots, and they're cats, not dogs. So you can't train them. Right. So it's just like, you feel like you have the best take of your life. And then the cat is just, purrs in the background, ruins it all. You know what I mean? And, like, they didn't have a way to isolate anything, and it was all one shot. And he was like, honestly, like, that, like, if I could, he's like, I put that, you know what I mean? He's like, X, Y, and Z. Because he was just like, it was the worst. Now, granted, that was a cat, not a dog. But apparently, all that stuff is like, you have to have handlers on. Because that's the other thing, too.
Yeah.
It gets so busy because you have handlers now, and then there's rules with pets because they can't do so much. And, like, now you have legal and safety involved. And it was just like this whole 9 things. And it was just like for the cat to walk across the screen. It was like,
Right.
he was like, it was just a nightmare. So I couldn't imagine with live actors that playing in, but like Homeward Bound's like just all animals. So are they just like the Peter Jackson? We're just gonna roll until we get something. I don't know, like,
Makes you wonder, or how many versions of each of them were there? Like how many versions of Shadow? Shadow was the name of one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. But then, like today, that's not a problem, right? Because you could make
You're right.
a pretty
It's Sassy, Chance, and Shadow.
Shadow.
Yeah, Milo notices something different. I'm getting them confused, but yeah, sorry, keep going.
Yeah, but these days you could make it all CG and it would look pretty real.
Right.
But I wonder if people can tell, because like I don't know if you guys have seen like the new Lion King movie, the live action one, or like clips of it.
Yeah, I have.
But there's just something that's not like with
It's too realistic, and then it's not because their mouths move.
Well, it's like the animals don't have. Okay, so this might be this. We can dive into this, but it feels like when you watch, like Homeward Bound, for example, or Air Bud, you impress so much emotion onto the animal that you're basically anthropomorphizing it, right? They can't show eccentric happiness or intense sadness, but you feel that. Mm-hmm. So when they make it in CG, it's almost like, I don't know if they can replicate how.
They overdo it?
I think maybe they overdo it. Yeah,
They gave them facial expressions that animals don't have, but it's
Right.
like human facial expressions.
Oh, really? I didn't watch Lion King.
Yeah.
I just knew that they were doing like real stuff, but then they were doing stuff superimposed on the image of the real animal.
And the weird one with that is like in the live action version, they're supposed to look like real lions, and like you said, they gave them way too much facial expression. Mm-hmm. But that one's weird because the Lion King cartoon, if you just look at them side by side, in my opinion, the live action ones suck because the characters don't have enough emotion because you're comparing them to a cartoon.
Yeah.
Right? You're comparing it to cartoon Simba that can dance.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
smile
Somehow
and
with opposable thumbs
whip his head back and forth.
Yeah.
But if you make a real lion do that, that's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like,
You almost need that medium of cartoon
yeah.
to like buy into it.
Yeah.
Because if it's real, it's like, dude, is David Attenborough, you know what I mean, narrating this? You
Right.
know, there's almost,
Well, all animal casts like that, like the Lion King, is difficult because, like, you know, in the Lion King, Tony, where he sings "I just can't wait to be king," and all the animals are on top of each other, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, they can't do that in real life. And so in the movie, they
unless they have real good trainers.
well, in the movie, they try to make it realistic, that it was kind of like a stampede, and that's why Zazu couldn't find him and stuff like that. But damn it, I want to see real lions on top of each other. All right?
Yeah.
Give me the lion pyramid. That's the
also,
whole point.
You can just copy and paste that. I mean, come on. We landed Man on the Moon. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes it's funny because, I don't know why I keep wanting to go back to this point, but maybe I don't want to go stray too far away from the topic. But have you guys ever watched, they show one of the original Transformer movies with Shia LaBeouf, and they showed them transforming from that disc and it becomes like a real thing. Do you guys remember that? It's like all the nanobots and it's like whatever. Yeah. And they spent, it's like 30 artists for 2 months did that like 10-second scene. And it's like one of the most like flawlessly beautiful, transitions of, CGI. But like now we have these such beefy machines and they all look like garbage. You know what I mean? It's like people are saying like, how do we go back in all these movies? Right. With these computer generated images. So when someone's like, oh, well, it's not realistic. It's like, well, the lions are already making faces. And they're like, well, we can't put them on top of each other. It's like, why? You
why?
absolutely can. What do you mean? I could make this lion have a tutu and I could put it on the moon and I can have it giving the Gettysburg Address to a bunch of aliens. Like, it's endless. You just got to generate it, So I don't know why it's like they have explanations for some things and some things they don't. But
I'd
we
love
have
to see
so
that
much.
that movie, by the way, like Mufasa, the Space Lincoln.
Yeah. That would be pretty sick. See, we just made a new.
That's a Sci-Fi Channel movie.
Yeah. And that's the funny thing too, because maybe I'm a bad person to ask too, because I'm so used to old sci-fi that like, honestly, if it has a really solid story, I could care less of how it looks. Like a lot of the animal movies had an actual really good like.
They're mostly heart-wrenching,
home,
right?
story. So that's why I was never like, I don't know, I was never too upset about the quality of the images. I just like the really solid story around it. And I feel like we're not getting that, especially with dogs.
Yeah.
Let alone everything else, but.
So I guess it goes back to the question, like, do kids not like dogs anymore? That's heartbreaking.
I guess so.
If true.
Too many parents scared them with Old Yeller, maybe.
Oof. Yeah.
We had to read that book, man. That was like a part of our curriculum.
There is actually a website, I don't know if you guys know this, called doesthedogdie.com. And you can type in the title, and it'll tell you if the dog, it started as just the dog, but now if there's any, like, animal pet.
Wow, okay.
And then
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That is good
So
to know.
I Am Legend.
Yeah, I Am Legend is usually, like, the example that
Yeah,
is.
yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Is that a dog movie? Probably not, but, it's...
Well, he has a real dog that becomes a zombie, so he has to kill him.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah. But it's like a, it's
a dog movie. Yeah.
It's a supporting character.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's think. I mean, what's even the latest supporting character dog? I think I Am Legend is probably the only one that's coming up to mind with a more recent one.
Are we talking like live action or
I mean, at this point, I'll take anything.
Yeah.
Dude, Goddard from frickin' Jimmy Neutron.
I mean, they technically
Dude's a
had
boy.
Cosmo, the space dog. Is it Cosmo in in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie?
Oh,
yeah.
you're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah, but that's pretty pretty
one
fringe.
off. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys
Good call,
remember.
though.
I remember this movie. I think it was called Cats and Dogs. The dogs are all spies, and the cats were like evil.
Yes.
It was such a good movie.
Yes.
I remember it being,
Was that
I
a
don't
show
know.
or a movie? I
maybe it
remember
was a
this
show.
concept.
Yeah, it was.
It was like
I
dogs
just-
versus cats.
Yeah, I just remember it as a kid.
I don't know.
I
I
couldn't
don't
tell
know.
you what the real title was if it's
Oh.
not Cats and Dogs. But I
Secret
just
Life
have,
of
like
Pets.
it's ingrained in there. You know?
Yeah. This is what I wanted from this episode, is to remember all the old classics.
Yeah.
So I could go
Man, you're
back
a
and
real,
watch
you're a
them.
nostalgia guy. Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
gosh,
we're gonna-
yeah.
No, so I thought about then. A more recent one was the Pixar movie Secret Life of Pets. I think that was probably the
yeah.
closest one, and or Zootopia.
Yeah.
Those are probably the closest animal-esque things that we've had so
Well,
far.
animated is easier than
Insane.
Sure.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
the thing about, oh my gosh, that's all Pixar.
Yeah. So they are making.
So
they're-
Pixar is the one who's carrying the burden of
Yeah.
anthropomorphizing.
I don't know if you guys have seen the clips for that movie that just came out or is about to come out with Dennis Quaid, where it's like a dog that like dies and keeps coming back to life, like, and
Oh.
then it goes back to find its old owner. So that's
Shoot,
I
yeah.
thought of that one on the way over too, and I was like, well, this might defeat my premise, but
Yeah, but is that the? Is
but
that
it's like
Disney
the
one?
only one I've. I don't know who makes it.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's a new one that they're like projecting it to be like one of the biggest like
Really?
flops. Yeah,
Oh,
just because
flops.
the cost of it was high and it didn't do too hot. It might be that movie. I have no
Yeah,
idea.
it could be.
At this point, I think
It's
Disney's.
Dennis Quaid though. Dennis Quaid does not do flops, Tony.
I know. Yeah, it's Dennis Quaid, man.
Well, the funny thing is I don't even know like Dennis Quaid. I know his son way more from The Boys.
Who
I can't remember his son's name.
Who's he playing that?
He plays the oh my gosh, Huey. Couldn't think of his name.
Really?
Yeah, that's his son.
I had no
I
idea.
didn't
He
know that
also
either.
plays in Lower Decks. He is Boimler.
Huh.
So Jack Quaid.
Jack.
Gotcha.
That's what it is. I couldn't think of his name. But yeah, Jack Quaid. So whenever I think of him, for a second I was like, oh my gosh, I should watch this because my boy's in it. But I was like, oh no, it's his dad. I mean,
Yeah.
his dad do it.
Dennis Quaid was The Rookie, the baseball movie with Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's a big one for
Dad
me.
and Parent Trap.
Oh my gosh, he was. Wow.
Yeah, dude, remember, it's so funny, like, people are now keep referring to like, yeah, just think, like, I just turned the age of the mom, or the
don't.
new mom
No,
in that
don't.
one. Yeah. 'Cause she's like 20, she's like 28 or 29.
Well, and it's funny if you go back and look at movies from, like, our childhood, like, mid-30s, which may or may not be what I am,
Allegedly.
it was, like, old.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they'd be graying, which I'm graying, so, okay. now I'm just... Get me back on the couch.
No.
But it's
All right,
crazy
man,
to
what's
see
going
that,
on?
like,
Yeah.
that was, like... When they would make movies for us as a kid, it's like, yeah, this person's so old, they're ancient. They're like 35.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
like, yeah, they're like, oh, high school now was like
Yeah.
a really big
Yeah.
time. And I don't know, it is kind of funny to think about. But then you have like the kids next door, which is like, yeah, literally like
Yes.
after you turn 13, because I think you're a teen at 13, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole
Code,
shit.
Codename Kids Next Door.
Yeah, code.
Yeah,
sorry,
the spy
code
one,
name
yeah.
Kids Next Door. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, I always thought like, dude, when I was watching that show, I was like, dude, when I turn 13, this is gonna suck. And become an old person.
I'm gonna be lame.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Uh,
But no, it's crazy. So yeah, back to the original premise. I don't know. I feel like maybe our generation was dogs.
Yeah.
Then that begs the question: what's this new generation then?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to sit down and watch a Disney Channel show from today's era.
I can't.
It's stupid, but
Yeah.
to be honest, I think our parents probably thought what we watched was stupid too.
Yeah.
You know, so it just depends on where, you know.
yeah,
you just-
maybe. But ours had legs. I feel like iCarly. That was
Yeah.
good. I don't know.
Some of them are still going. SpongeBob
I'm
is still going.
SpongeBob's
Classic.
insane. I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
SpongeBob, but
Yeah.
that's crazy. It's still going.
Quick sidebar. I watched there's a guy that makes SpongeBob anime openings on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen
I've
this.
sent like
Yeah.
I've sent like 8 to Mark.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love Damo. Yeah. Oh,
It's like
God, what's the-
Spinoji Bobo or something.
Yeah.
Spinoji Bobo.
I love that dude. I love the anime, like his like actual anime music to it.
Yeah.
Oh my
good.
gosh. And they like recreate episodes, but in anime flair. I do
Mm-hmm.
love that. That's a lot of fun.
Are there any anime dogs? That's not a thing, right?
Well, keep his dog, Akamaru.
Akamaru, thank you.
From
I was
Naruto.
trying to think
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, that's
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was thinking about it the whole time. I was like, who the
Yeah.
keep his dog?
I bet there's a fringe like
Like Momo from Avatar is kind of like a dog.
Yeah.
Kind of like a cat almost, but yeah.
Yeah. What's the studio that makes Ghibli?
Studio Ghibli.
I bet there's like a dog movie from Studio Ghibli,
Oh,
but it probably
there's
dies.
Wolves from Princess Mononoke.
Okay.
You also have like Totoro's. Like I know he's not a dog. First
Yeah.
off, he's a dog. You know what I mean? But you know,
DAW.
Yeah.
He has a dog in him.
Yeah. He's got the dog. Let the dog eat. But yeah, no, I don't think.
So I am curious. Back to the original flimsy premise. What is your favorite
Building it out,
dog
listeners.
movie from childhood, or from whenever?
Favorite dog?
Because nobody. So, preface: nobody ever has the same one as me, and I'm waiting for it to happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang. What do you think, Mark?
I think mine's got to be Shaggy Dog with Tim Allen.
Oh,
He's not a good father, so he turns into his dog.
Oh man,
what a
that's
crazy pull!
what a pick.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That was deep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Deep cut, man.
Oh, dude, I was gonna say this. It's kind of a cop out, but the Jimmy Neutron movie with Goddard, because
With
it's
Goddard,
like
yeah.
maybe that's too much of a cop out, but dude, I
The
watched
Jimmy
the
Neutron
crap out of
movie
that
or the
movie.
Jimmy Timmy Power Hour crossover?
Ooh.
Because
First
let's
off-
talk about peak right
Mark,
there.
both of those are bangers. Both of those are absolute bangers. I just will never forget. Like we went to Cedar Point that year, you know, from Ozfest and stuff. We went to Cedar Point, and I was sitting there. I was like, dude, this could like go to Mars right now. Like, you know, because like the whole shtick is like because they go on the
roller coaster.
roller
Yeah.
coasters
Yeah.
and they make them
Yeah.
into like so there's a ferry wheel. It's like a fell forward. It's like what? But I remember being like, oh, dude, but no, the Power Hour was so sick. And they used to do crossovers like that. That was so cool.
And they
What
were
a
so
fun
epic.
idea.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Are things getting bad, or is this just rose-colored shades? That's what that's like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, every single one of my questions is going to get brought up exactly like that. Where, actually, sorry, first, Ben, what's your favorite dog movie? I don't want to skip it. My bad.
We might
Before we
not-
talk
yeah.
about before we talk about the rose-colored one, because I feel like we're going to get it.
Yeah. Balto.
Dude.
I love Balto.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
a move.
Yeah.
Wow. I haven't
Yeah.
heard that in a long
I forgot
time.
that existed, but yeah.
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 That's
My
I just-
brainstem just got itched. You know what I mean?
And I think this whole thing might be me chasing. I want to feel like I'm watching that movie again for the first time. I remember being so engrossed in Balto, like pulling for him. He's the hero. He's literally the underdog.
Yeah. Dude, that's so funny.
Yeah. I love
What was
it.
it even on? Was that just a straight up movie?
That
Or
was,
was
a
it
straight
like
movie.
a
Yeah,
oh, okay.
I think
so.
a Disney movie maybe.
I thought Disney.
Yeah, I think it's Disney. Yeah.
Dude, and also banger. Let's watch a Disney Channel movie. Dude, they just prep that every single time. I was like, all right, whatever you got. I'm selling, but
Yeah, I had that VHS, and I'm surprised that it didn't like burn out by how many times I watched
the
it.
amount of
Yeah.
went
Yeah.
back and forth on it. Mm-hmm. So I guess if you don't mind, Ben, I'm gonna take over just that quick question.
Yeah.
But do you really think it's a rose colored thing? I mean, maybe this is more psychological than we want to get into, but
Well, I noticed that we're not talking about any movies that came out after like we were, in high school or adults, which there probably was some. I think there's definitely part of that. It's like these
Yeah.
types of movies really connected to us when we were
Right.
kids. Oh, did you guys have dogs? Like I always did.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah. I only had one. He lived like all my life. He was crazy.
Yeah.
Mario, he's old.
Yeah. He's still living in San Diego with Airbud.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Very much. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
yeah.
my dog Cody.
Just
Yeah,
like
they're
Cody.
all out there.
But yeah, so it's crazy. Yeah, it's part of the question, but I just thought, it's kind of
Yeah.
crazy because I think my big thing is that like, it's just like we're more in a critical lens now. So we're like watching movies and we want there to be some resolution or some character development as just adults. Where like as reality, we were just kind of happy to be in the vibe of the movie where there's like. When you actually start dissecting Airbud, it's like, okay.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like,
bet our parents were so bored.
yeah, they're probably like, what the? You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so probably a lot of these movies were very much like that. And I think maybe we appreciate the vibe more and we're not putting enough emphasis or worth on that as adults.
Yeah. Well, I mean, get into the psychology, even if you didn't have a good childhood, movies tend to be an escape from that. So movies connect to people on a whole different level. And your comfort movies from like when you're a kid, like if you watch Balto now, I'm sure you'd be like, I just feel safe. I just
Yeah,
feel,
oh.
you
This
know
is
what I mean?
rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just wrap up in a blanket, turn the lights off,
Right.
and watch
Yeah.
Balto.
Someone who's never seen Balto may like, this movie kind of sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I would kick them out of my house.
Yeah. That's a good indicator. Yeah.
No, that's a good point.
Should
That's
I
a good
keep this
point.
friend around? Let's watch Balto. Yeah.
So there may be rose-colored, but Is that a bad thing?
No.
I
I
don't
was
think
just
so
kind of
either.
curious.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, it was more of a thought-provoking question that always pops in my head when we talk nostalgia and stuff like this. But
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It's like, I think part of it is wanting to have that feeling of totally being swept away, which is hard for movies now. And I think the only movies that can do that for me now are like high fantasy movies,
thank you.
right? Because you can just get totally pulled away.
Yeah,
Or like really intense sci-fi like Dune or something like that.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, you know, I was able to sit there for, how long was the most recent Dune? Like 3.5 hours? Yeah. I didn't take a
Isn't
bathroom
that
break.
crazy? No,
Yeah.
neither did I. Yeah.
Drank a lot of soda.
Yeah, but you can't. I mean,
You're not missing this.
No.
it's so engrossing. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
the same exact way. That's why I like sci-fi and fantasy. Like, have to do it for me. I mean, like, it just completely sweeps me away. But yeah, maybe a talking dog doesn't do that anymore. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, maybe I'm just upset that that's true. Like a talking dog doesn't
As
doesn't do it for me like
engrossing.
it did. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of things too is that let's also not forget there's always that back end of it where studios want the franchises, they want the big things, they want the big fish, and so when you think about it, all these movies other than Air Bud didn't have a lot of, you know, they're one-off movies, low budget. Not a lot of people taking stabs on it. Where nowadays movies are just costing so much money, just the overhead alone.
Yeah.
I think that's why a lot of these, and I think that's just that's a product of the engine that we've made as a consumer base or as the Hollywood or whatever you want to call it. I think, and maybe I'm maybe get off my high horse or whatever. I'm just outside looking in, being like, yeah, I think a lot of them are just looking for these big bangers that are going to kill the box office and have all this longevity that they can just milk for a long time. And I feel like, yeah, dog movies might not lend itself to that.
Yeah. Air Bud really caught lightning in a bottle.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
There was like, what, 6 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I think it's because
Same
they,
Air Bud.
Yeah, all
Yes, the same
one.
Air Bud.
I think-
Cross-trained in multiple sports.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude. He was an athlete.
Phenom.
Yeah. But I think that was just because, low budget, whatever. You didn't have to do too much. Just
Yeah.
put it on Disney Channel. They're burning for airtime, so yeah, I don't know. Yeah. So I'm not a master in movies or anything like that, but that's just kind of my thought process. How the money goes, because that's the only way my brain logically goes through it.
Yeah. Well, it's a
Because that's the
business.
only reason why it's crap. I
Yeah.
mean, honestly, like, if it's another reason, I'm going to be mad. Like, legit. If it's another reason, I'm going to be mad. Because there's no reason that we cannot make another great something out of this stuff. And it seems like we can only do remakes, and the remakes are all doing poorly, and everything just seems like it's going bad. And I feel like it's the South Park episode where everything sounds like, you get cynical and everything just sounds like crap. That's what it's almost getting to me. And I'm like, please let it just be a product of these crazy moving parts that no one has control over versus maybe a reality of, maybe it's just not there anymore.
I think it's tough because sometimes remakes can be good, and when that happens, they're so good.
Yes.
Like the new Spider-Man was pretty popular, and I liked it.
With Tom Holland.
Yeah. So like, because that happens once every 100 tries, everybody's like, we're gonna be the one. We're gonna be the one that's the next big reincarnation of a character.
Yeah. And
Or
or
you
all
get
this money.
Yeah. Or you get spin-offs because they're like, oh my gosh, Tom Holland's movie did really great. Superheroes are in now. Everyone do a superhero movie, and then we just get oversaturated. And here's the MCU.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like, do they have some kind of indicators that are like, oh wow, superheroes are in, or you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and then they just go with it. I don't know.
We've got Superman again. I mean, we're coming around on the Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Right.
Yeah, when's the
We're
next Batman
starting
coming?
over.
And then
Yeah.
Flash is gonna come, and then they're gonna do huge, DC. Yeah.
I am hopeful because, and this is a total tangent, but a big comedy movie just came out, the new Naked Gun,
Oh,
which
yeah.
again is a remake, but
yeah.
I
I want to watch that so bad.
it maybe feels like we're kind of like coming back around the other end. We're overflowing.
Yeah.
So hey, comedy movies start coming back out. Westerns
Happy
start
Gilmore.
coming back out.
Yeah,
Happy
Happy
Gilmore
Gilmore
just
too.
released.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen either of them. We don't have too much time for. I would love to go see Naked Gun though.
Yeah.
I heard it's really good.
Me too.
I had a couple buddies who watched it, and that brings me a lot of joy.
I remember the first time I watched it was a New Year's Rockin' Eve.
Same. And we should not have
watched
been
it.
watching that show.
No, my mom was.
Were you very young?
upset. We were too young for it. Yeah.
First off, my mom and Aunt Amy, we appreciate listening to the episode. Oh my gosh, it ironically ended for you guys. Okay, so Ben, here's what happened. So basically, yeah, like New Year's Rockin' Eve was our family get together every single New Year's. Clearly, we just call it Rockin' Eve because we always played School of Rock on repeat. So we always watched it at least once. So it's one of those movies we can go back and forth, infinite amount of times.
No animals in that movie, by the way.
No animals, correct.
One weakness.
Yeah, dude. Other than that,
Yeah.
perfect movie. But no, it was one of those ones where I think the uncles were ripping it a little bit, and one of them was like, "Dude, we should, watch Naked Gun and do this," and it got rowdy, and it was so funny because I don't even know how old we were, but point is, we watched that movie, and it was just kills, kills, and I'll never forget this is great, you know what I mean? Because the really vulgar stuff we didn't understand, you know what I mean? Like looking back at it, I had no idea, but oh man, it was such a good movie,
and a lot of it's wordplay too. So your dads could just laughed it off, like, oh no, that was there was nothing there.
Oh man, that was such a good movie.
I think it's funny that it's Liam Neeson because I still think of him as like the Taken star, Qui-Gon Jinn, and then now seeing him in like a comedy movie,
But it's funny because he's the perfect amount of seriousness. Because
Yeah.
that was the whole shtick of, oh my gosh, what was the original guy's name?
I can't remember right now either.
He was in Airplane 2. But
the
you know what I'm
one
talking
guy,
about. Yeah. But he had the right amount of, he's joking around, but his delivery is so serious, you know? Don't call me Shirley. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. So I think Liam Neeson's perfect for that. But I thought he wasn't acting anymore. I thought that was his whole thing. Okay,
when you get the right script, Tony, you come out,
Well, first off, come back for Kenobi 2. But, yeah, maybe not.
If Kenobi 2 ever happens.
Yeah.
What's happening there?
I have no idea. I mean, here's the thing. Everything I hoped Kenobi would be was riding on Qui-Gon Jinn coming. I even read the book, and reading the book made me even more, sad. But yeah, I was hoping Qui-Gon Jinn would be much more prevalent.
Yeah.
Literally, it was for 15 seconds at the very end, and
and his final battle, I guess it's not his final, but his battle with Darth Vader in that show, it was that and the Qui-Gon appearance were the two things that made it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it was
But it was frustrating because his encounter with Darth Vader was just Ahsoka again.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole, I'm going to take half her mask off. Oh, Anakin's in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was kind of the same feel. So it's still a great moment, don't get me wrong, but it kind of, Ahsoka did it. You know what I mean? I don't know. But maybe it was the only way for him to truly believe that Anakin was actually Darth Vader. There's no point denying you saw his face. It is. But, sorry, not to go on that tangent again, too, but I was hoping that he would come back and...
Well, Ahsoka Season 2 is coming out, and they said they're going to lean heavily into the legacy of Anakin Skywalker and his teachings of Ahsoka, which, to me...
Hayden Christensen.
Gives a huge room for Ewan McGregor to be Obi-Wan in those flashbacks.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
okay. Yeah.
If Kenobi doesn't get greenlit...
Then we'll have that.
You could have Ewan
Dude,
McGregor
that's a remake I would get behind. A live action of the Clone Wars. Just bring back Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen.
Even though it has not been that long. Yeah. Dude.
It feels like it's been forever.
I know. We were just talking about it today. In our software meeting, we had a vote for what attached should be. And it's I voted one thing, everyone else voted the other, and I was like, wow. They're, the fall of democracy with a thunderous applause or something like that. Yeah, I mean,
I love quoting Star Wars at work, and usually nobody gets it.
No one.
My favorite is this whole operation was your idea.
Yeah,
nobody ever.
I love that one.
Yeah,
but yeah, so I don't know. We'll have to see. We diverged a little bit, but that Star Wars talk was very important. I think that was always gets me. I just want them to.
Tangents are good, Tony. Just let it flow.
I don't know. They are really good, but the only problem is my brain wants to stick. My brain wants to stick on Star Wars. So you guys talk. Yeah, I'm going to bring it back to Star Wars.
Tony, dogs.
The only dogs that they had in Star Wars were the Tusken Raider dogs. Those things were sick.
Yeah, that's
cool
right.
and scary.
I thought at some point there was a warg type creature that.
Well, isn't that they kind of look like it? But you know what I mean?
It's in their tents when he goes to save his mom.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Probably. Yeah.
But I think there might have been another one, and you could also argue the freaking oh my gosh, the one guy Luke goes down in the pit.
The Sarlacc?
No, not
the
Sarlacc.
Rancor.
Rancor.
Yeah,
thank
yeah,
you. Guys, when he cried, so it's like a dog. Yeah, so
it's a
big. Man-eating.
Big cuddly dog.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
it would be so sad. But yeah, I don't think there's a lot of dogs in Star Wars. I think those might be it.
That's a big negative.
So many dogs in Star Trek, Tony?
The first alien ever to appear in Star Wars. I'm not gonna sleep. All right, my bad. The first alien ever to appear in Star Trek was a dog in costume.
There you go.
Fun fact.
What was it called?
Oh, I don't even remember.
Okay.
I think they're like, this is a suspicious life form. It's literally like a dog, like licking peanut butter off the handler's hand because like they couldn't get him to stick. Oh shit, this is so funny. That makes me laugh every time. Other than that, there's cat. Not a lot of animals. Dr. Phlox he was like the animal guy. He was very much like not holistic medicines, but whole point is like there's all these different animals out there. Like the secretions of this skin helps out with inflammation. So he was very like frontier medicine. I think that's probably a better way of saying it. Holistic sounds like charged crystals and stuff, but he was very frontier medicine. And so he had a lot of pets, and so they kind of showboard that. And oh my gosh, I'm forgetting the most important one. Captain Archer's same series. This is from Enterprise. Dr. Phlox was a doctor, but the captain, his name was Captain Archer. He had a beagle, his prized beagle, and his name was Porthos.
There you go.
Porthos, yeah. So
like from the Three Musketeers?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Isn't that sick? Yeah, I can't believe I forget about him. He's like a big story point in a lot of this stuff. But yeah, my bad. Porthos. I didn't forget it. I remembered you, but I almost forgot you. But yeah, Star Trek had a few dogs. Harry Potter, Fang.
Yeah, Fang.
Yeah.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
Fluffy. That was 3 dogs.
Yeah.
Hagrid was into dogs. All animals, but yeah.
Yeah.
Crookshanks, but those,
He's a cat.
Yeah.
Skybird. Spoilers.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, Peter Pettigrew's not a dog, though. D.A.
Yeah.
Not a dog.
Oh, Sirius Black.
You're right.
Oh,
yeah, good.
There it is,
Full circle.
Yeah. And I guess Lupin, kind of, to a degree.
Yeah.
Canine creature.
Canine,
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
all in the family, right?
Mm-hmm.
They descended.
Talk about jumping the shark, that, like, Harry Potter just goes into, like, werewolves.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Like, but that...
Very casually, too.
Yeah, so that series could, like... And, man, it's really set up that anything could happen. And it would be like, it's a magical world.
Yeah,
you know?
write it off. Yeah,
like,
sure.
She could have had aliens come down from space and, like...
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when you make a magic system that loose, it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
It works. That's the allure of it, you know what I mean?
That's what drives me wild. Okay, I'm gonna get on my high horse for a second.
Oh,
Kick me off when you need to.
No.
That's what drives me wild when people... I said I like high fantasy. I like any fantasy. When people say they don't like certain series, like Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, because it's too fantastical, but then they like Harry Potter.
It's literally fantastic beasts.
Yeah.
It's literally in
And
the
I'm
name.
like, that's arguably more because you're talking about like the real world and you're putting wizards and witches in it,
Right.
and like that's more out of this world than like, oh, this is from a
But their
long
money
time
system,
ago
yeah,
and
like-
far, far away.
Yeah. I don't know. But like their money system doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like they tried to make it real. You know what I mean? Like they tried to do real things, but yeah, the magic system, everything like that, it just seems kind of. But when you say fantastical too, like Lord of the Rings gets slopped into that. How?
Yeah, I know.
Like
It's the most grounded fantasy
Yes.
ever.
Right.
Yeah.
of all the magic, when you want Gandalf to do things, he really doesn't.
He doesn't.
Do things.
He makes really bright lights.
and flaming pine cones.
Yeah.
I mean,
Star Wars and Star Trek are more sci-fi, and some people don't like that. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But yeah, if you're into wizards and magic, it's exactly what Lord of the Rings is.
Yeah.
yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Yeah.
But yeah, it just goes on that point of like so when you use that term, like, just is it like not rooted in reality, or like the good thing always kind of happens? Is that kind of like the fantastical part of it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think part of it that I've run into is like it doesn't look like now. So it's sometimes the medieval kind of backdrop of things like Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
or like Game of Thrones. I
Yeah.
think sometimes that throws people. But
Yeah, but that's always so. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
It's funny because if you get Jenna down here, talk about the look and vibe of stuff. Like, dude, she has some opinions on period dramas.
Really?
Oh, dude, she's all about the dress and that like. That's why she's like Pride and Prejudice 2005 is the best representation, and it's like her favorite movie.
How does she
and,
feel
like,
about the remake then?
dude? I will not put words in my wife's mouth because I'm not confident enough. I think next time she's on, I'll ask her.
Okay.
I'll be like, hey Ben, you know.
Yeah, because they're remaking it. Yeah, and my wife has some opinions.
Oh,
she loves Pride and Prejudice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, which is crazy because that's a period drama.
Exactly.
And it's like, but you said you don't like Renaissance, medieval time. Right. It's not medieval,
it's different. But I'm like,
no, it's not.
You're so close. You're so close. Right. Just go 200 years that way. It's the same thing. You just don't have some modern things. Yeah, but I think the other thing too, period dramas, at least I know for Jenna, very low stakes kind of deal, right? The ring doesn't have to go in the fire. This is about, Mrs. Smith doesn't invite Mrs. Portley to the ball, and it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? There's kind of more of the vibe and the interactions and the scheming of a political sense of where it's not like Game of Thrones scheming where lives are on the line. This is proper culture, but I didn't think we talked this much about period dramas, but here we go.
There you go.
I hear a lot from Jenna, that's why. But
talking about period drama when you have Dumbledore in Fantastic Beasts in the 1920s in a nice muggle suit, and then you go to Harry Potter 1 and he's in this like 1500s robe. Like, what happened there?
Hey, losing Grindelwald did a number on it.
Yeah, dude. I guess so. But dude, and when they lost the pointy hat for the stupid bowler hat, or whatever.
I know.
You know what I'm talking about? Oh.
They tried to make it edgy. They tried to make Harry Potter edgy.
Yeah, they shouldn't have. I loved the look of Richard Harris was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got
Michael
John
Gambon.
Lithgow.
Are they still going about it? I thought they were nixing all that stuff.
No,
I thought J.K. pulled her funding.
She threatened to. That's the latest news because she was unhappy with the Snape casting.
Yeah.
But as of now, it's still on. Nothing.
Okay. Wow. I thought she full. Okay. Well, it's hard now because now it's becoming so popularized. Now, like all these Facebook articles and everything, like, dude, you can't rely on anything on social media anymore because everyone's like, "Oh, she's pulling funding," and I couldn't find if she did or not, but I should know where it was at. But yeah, John Lithgow, I'm excited to see him as Dumbledore, just because, like, I don't know, I like him as an actor. Yeah, I think it'd be an interesting choice. I think he's gonna get more the goofy side of Dumbledore.
Yeah,
like he's gonna drop a lemon drop. You know what I mean? Like he's gonna actually say lemon drop and stuff like that.
He can be serious too. We just watched Conclave, and he's one of the bishops in that.
How is that? That's on my list of things.
It was good. Yeah. It was good. It was.
Oh my gosh, there's Voldemort's in there too.
Yeah, Ray Fiennes is like the main guy. Yeah, no, it's good. It's It wasn't as slow as I thought it would be because, like, you're just doing
a slow burn.
It's like you're just doing a conclave. Like, how could this be interesting?
Yeah.
It's a fair amount of intrigue and some subterfuge and stuff like that.
The politicking is kind of
the politicking is heavy, but it felt pretty grounded. Yeah, nice. It was good. I liked it. A lot of good actors.
Yeah, I mean, they had a lot of.
Mm-hmm. They had Stanley Tucci. Yeah, the Tooch. Yeah.
I mean, you have to. I mean, all those guys.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They fit that role pretty well. Cardinals, right? They're all Cardinals?
Yes, I said bishops. Cardinals.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I'm not Catholic if that wasn't clear.
Yeah. But
there's deacon cardinal, priest cardinal, and
bishop cardinal. That's why it gets a little confusing.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
To me, the bishops move diagonal. That's
Oh shoot!
Sorry, that might have been.
No, that was perfect. No, that got me. No, that got me. I was like, move diagonal. Yeah, okay. No, that's hilarious. That was awesome, man. Yeah, no. And was there any dogs in Conclave?
There was not. No. No dogs.
No dogs running around the Vatican.
No.
I mean, come on.
I wonder if pets are allowed in the Vatican.
I don't know. They're a sovereign nation. I mean.
Yeah, I didn't see any when I was there.
Oh my gosh!
Probably outside. They're probably allowed in the courtyard and stuff.
Yeah. Now that they're a nation, they must skew a lot of data. Actually, like they're like, across the board, on average, like every nation has X amount of things.
Oh yeah.
And you're like, well, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Vatican is nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Other than cathedrals per capita, they probably kill it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I never thought about that. But yeah, with dogs in particular. But yeah, no. Ben, what else? Do you have anything outside of the dog topic?
Was I supposed to ring more?
Oh, no. I thought you said you had two. That's why I asked.
No, the only other thing was just getting at nostalgia. Like, what's the other big nostalgia? I'm always curious, like, what's the big nostalgic things that we hold on to? The things that we still are drawn to. Like, for me, there's, like, certain video games that I'll go back and replay. That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
You got the comfort video games.
Yeah. That's huge.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that all last time. which was Pokemon and
Yeah,
Skyrim
yeah.
and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Legend of Zelda.
I'll never not like get a big kick out of that. And I think that's one thing super exciting is because now a lot of my nostalgia is switching to like the pure excitement of like, oh my gosh, one day Peter and I are gonna sit here. It's gonna be a rainy day. We're gonna just have this moment of like, you know what? Let's just dust off the old Xbox, come downstairs, and just rip Skyrim. And just gonna play for the first time. And by that time, there's probably VR and flying cars and stuff like that. But but I will get such a big kick out. Like that's like now my nostalgia is like turning from like reminiscing to like write this down. This is gonna be very exciting.
Yeah.
Like I think.
So
that's
is
where
that
I'm
the
at.
first thing you think you'll show is Skyrim?
No, you know what? We were just talking about this because my nephew Alex, he's getting really into. He's kind of our guinea pig, not really, but it's funny because he's now at the age he's 10, so he's now getting into all this stuff.
Yeah.
So for example, he came in, and he was like, "Dude, I'm playing Minecraft," and Jen and I were like, "Oh my gosh, this is like prime time!" Like so, and of course my sister doing amazing stuff. Whereas like, hey, let's not have you on the computer all day and stuff like that. But the problem with Minecraft is you like to watch people build things and replicate it, or you learn things on YouTube and stuff. So what we ended up doing is we bought him a book set where it's books where it shows them all the different crafting and everything so he can study it while not doing screen time. And then when he does have screen time, he can just play it. And like doing stuff like that. So now we're like, all right, I bought a set for Peter. That's just going to collect dust for a couple of years. But yeah, I bought a set for Peter. And then same thing with like Lord of the Rings. He's now getting into Lord of the Rings. So we bought him the picture book of The Hobbit where it's the full Hobbit. Words and all, but it's illustrated to keep them like really engaged. And apparently he's been reading that up a ton. So I bought one for Peter too. So I'm like, oh dude, this is so exciting because like it's really cool because he's getting really amped about all this stuff too. So when you ask me, hey, sorry, that was a really long-winded way of saying like I think Minecraft will be the first one because like my nephew's going through it right now and it's like really what a beautiful game, pure sandbox, not a lot of craziness going on. It's got really cool mechanics and thought process. I don't know. I'm one of those people where video games are good fundamentally. Like you can get unhealthy with them. There could be addictive side of things. Totally understandable. But I really think it really scratches the itch of critical thinking, and I think you can learn a lot from them. So I don't know. Maybe that's just my parent soapbox. I'll get it off it really quick. But Minecraft 1,000%. And then when he's old enough, Skyrim. Oh yeah, Skyrim through the roof. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Maybe Oblivion if we're feeling zesty.
I think that's a good lens to think of nostalgia through. Is like, what would I be excited to show my kid?
Yeah.
Or anybody younger. Yeah.
Because then you're like, well, why did I like it so much? Like, was it the fact that I was hanging out with Mark and we were in a basement and we were playing like Battlefront 2? Was it like the game mechanics? Like what is it? You know what I mean? And I think that's what's kind of getting to me is stuff like that. And then hey, Mark has his kids, and then we bring them over and we play Galactic Conquest as father-son duos.
Dude.
Little 4 split screen.
Oh wow,
That'd be
Can
wild.
you imagine that? Oh, dude, game over. Peter and I will crush you. No, but yeah.
we'll see about that.
Yeah.
Do it.
But yeah, it's like stuff like that. I think that's where it gets really exciting because then they get a glimpse into yours. I don't know. Did you guys like parents ever do that? Like where you like look at a home movie or like oh yeah, I was really into this, and you're like, what? That's crazy. Like you guys were adults. Like I don't know. It's so I don't know.
Well, as you know, Tony, both of our dads really don't have the same interests we do, right?
No, not at all. They say Talking Tree movies. Like, if you're talking about the Talking Tree movie, I'm like, that is Lord of the Rings. It's for like 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
Oh, man.
But I do remember, so like I said, my dad loved Westerns, and there was this old TV show called The Guns of Will Sonnet. Just an old Western TV show about this grandson and grandpa. The grandpa is the fastest gun in the West, but no one believes him because he's an old guy. The dad, the grandpa's son, and the grandson's dad is an outlaw, and he's in trouble, like across the country. So they have to ride. They got to go there to like save him. But every episode they come up with some new outlaws that. Oh, it's kind of the same thing every episode. Oh, you're an old man. You can't outshoot me, and then he does.
Yeah.
Shoes, yeah.
And it's like his. Everyone always says, "Oh, you're the fastest gun. Is that a fact? Or are you bragging?" He goes, "No brag, just fact." That was like his catchphrase.
Ooh.
Anyway, it was fine, but he was so excited to show it to me that it made it fun. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so when he showed it to you,
Yeah.
he was all amped? Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So I want to have that, even if my kids don't love Harry Potter, I'm still going to be excited to read them and then watch the movie with them afterwards.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So,
And that's the other thing too. Do you think that would be like heart wrenching? But like, Dad, I people
That's
like,
what I'm
I
worried
really
about.
don't like Star Trek. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, all right, you know what I mean? We'll try again in 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you have to like it, but appreciate it. No.
So I'm worried. That's where I was going to go with this because I'm worried about that. Because mine has to be the original Pokemon games,
oh,
which like are dated.
now mechanically,
They're dated
yeah.
mechanically. They're dated visually, but there's just so much nostalgia there.
Yeah. But
The
you
old-
can emulate them, dude. Your refrigerator in the morning.
I know,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean? You just
Yeah.
pop them in. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just put. They'll be on their wristwatch at that point. Just rip Pokemon. Yeah.
But
But
you
yeah,
think you're like, what
Well,
the heck, Dad? You know what I mean?
I know. I'm worried that it'll be that way, but
Or you got to do an emulator and turn up the speed a little bit. That does
for sure.
help a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because it is funny when you do play the original ones like on actual Game Boy. Because I got in high school, I played emulators all throughout. I found my old Game Boy when I was going to home. We were moving some stuff, and I popped in the game and I started playing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you are so slow. I was like, I don't even think I can play this until I get a bike, because then the bike makes it a little bit easier.
it's
but,
horrible.
oh, it's so slow. I forgot how slow
And
that game.
the battles take so long. Like
Yeah.
you start a battle and then both the Pokemon slide in from the right, and it takes like 10 seconds.
Yeah. Oh. But then,
rose-colored lenses right
Yeah,
there.
it is. Yeah.
but I think maybe the emulator might be your saving grace there. But
Because you can
Yeah.
increase the speed, right?
increase
Yeah.
the speed, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it does, like, it's no joke.
Yeah.
Like, the downtime is funny. Like, honestly, I think if you played that full game at the original speed, I think almost like 10% is like
Yeah.
waiting downtime.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
hey, this is me coming out the old man again. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe
Oh,
that
you're
taught
right.
us some patience.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have the immediate
1,000.
all the
Yeah.
stimulus.
Battlefront 2 did not get that.
Yeah.
No. Battlefront 2 was
a little too much stimulus.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're right. You're right. There is a patience thing there.
Yeah, maybe there is. Yeah.
Maybe. Wow, but you think Pokemon's are going to be your one?
I think it has to be. Yeah.
Wow.
Just because if they do love it, that's going to be awesome.
They-
But if they don't,
right.
it's going to man.
Yeah. But then I think
Gonna be
here's
tough.
the other thing too. Pokemon is one of those things too where because there's so much extra things additionally to it. Like you can get them on the plushies or like other things. Like I think you could get them wrapped into the whole Pokemon before,
Yeah.
or watch the show. Dude, the show is still coming out. They're still releasing
Yeah.
episodes. Pretty good. I
Yeah.
watch with Alex sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude.
Yeah, they just started a new series like a year or two
Yeah,
ago.
but they're changing the
yeah.
types and it's throwing me up.
Yeah, I know.
It's
yeah.
like I was running a Tentacruel and it was like ground type. I was like, what is brown? I was
Yeah.
like, what is going on? Yeah, so but they're still releasing shows,
Yeah.
so maybe that's like you're in, you know what I
The
mean?
plushies are big. There's so my wife really likes plushies, right? So I'll get her like, cats and dogs and
Yeah.
teddy bears or whatever. But there's been a couple Pokemon in there, and I may or may not have gotten them because I like them. But she has a Pikachu. She has a
Nice.
Caterpie. She likes
you
Caterpie.
brought him in. Yeah. Caterpie,
yeah.
wow.
Oh yeah, I did bring him last time, didn't I?
yeah.
Yeah.
Caterpie, wow.
Yeah, Caterpie's a cute one.
So then what's your favorite Pokemon? Did we already talk about this? We might have. I'm sorry if we did. Like the
I mean,
visualization.
are we going to do a whole other episode? Like,
Sorry, this is a natural way.
I mean, the kid in me, it's Charizard. I mean, you have
Oh,
to
yeah,
Charizard.
yeah.
Dude, what a
Yeah,
basic.
yeah. Mewtwo's pretty cool.
Yeah, okay.
Mewtwo's pretty cool.
Because he's edgy.
Yeah, he's edgy.
The Pokemon movie with Mewtwo.
Oh my gosh! Talk about a movie that was like good for kids, but also had a message.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, I was bawling my eyes out when
Yeah.
freaking Pikachu started crying. I was
Yes.
like, I think I'm too young for this. Yeah.
when Ash goes to like punch Mewtwo and then gets frozen. Spoilers.
What a good yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I just like the sequence when they're taking him out of the chamber and all
Oh,
like the
yeah.
mechanical
Yeah.
clicks. Oh, it's so satisfying. I love
Yeah.
it. But yeah, so Mark, what do you think yours? I was going back on it. What do you think yours is going to be? Your
Well,
nostalgia.
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier that
You said Harry Potter reading them and then
I
showing
want to
them.
read them and then
Mm-hmm.
show them and then probably do the same with The Hobbit. We'll see if we get to the Lord of the Rings. It's pretty dense.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, that's only if you wanted them to go to bed.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Bombadil bumbles down the Brilberry Forest. Yeah.
Because I read them and loved them. I mean, obviously my parents didn't do that, but I've heard like coworkers do that with their sons, and I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah,
At
that's
least try.
cool.
Because then it's like a whole family affair when you watch. You get through the book and are like, all right, now it's like family movie night kind of
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean?
Because you can get psyched about reading. I think
Yeah.
that's what's really kind of cool about it is trying to get them psyched into reading. And even as an adult, I'm like just now getting back into reading, and I'm like finding the joys all over again. Where I'm like, oh, this is actually a lot of fun. I'm reading a lot of Red Rising. It's been a lot of fun. But one thing that Jen's cousins did is they only let them read the books at the age that they're at. So, for example, when they turned 11, they could read Harry Potter 1. Oh. So you're in the mind of an 11-year-old reading as an 11-year-old.
Huh.
And then 12, 13, kept going up.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
But I think she said it was tougher because they genuinely like the book. Mm-hmm. So she's like, I'm not going to not tell her to read the next one.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because by the time you get to 3, she's like, well, I need more. So I think they only did it for the first like year or two. But yeah, I got a big kick out of that. But The Hobbit, dude, get the picture book. I can send you the link for it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's pretty sick. It's like a huge book, though, because it's like illustrated. So it's massive.
Yeah, and well, then the Hobbits, there's 3 of them, but then I'm like, well, there's a grain of salt here. There's a lot added.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like watching the...
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe just read the book on that one. Yeah.
Depending how this TV series go, maybe,
Wait, what TV series?
the Harry Potter series.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Lord of the Rings.
Am I apprehensive about it? Absolutely. Am I still going to watch it? Absolutely. So we'll see. I'm going to give them a shot. We'll see how good
I will
they do.
always give it a shot.
Yeah.
But man, I will... Don't Rings of Power me. You know what I mean?
I do hope that there's more visually spectacular magic.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what's going to save it.
Yeah, because they did that in Fantastic Beasts. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that they'll kind of do that. Because there's not a lot of, like, there's the battle at the Ministry between Voldemort and Dumbledore. There's the
final
Dementor
battle,
scene. There's a final battle.
But that's explosions everywhere. It wasn't even like... Yeah.
I want dueling. I want...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I know not a lot of that happens in the books, so that you kind of have to stay true to the source material. But...
Yeah, it's gotta feel lived in though. Like, do you guys remember watching as a kid like the Halloween feast when there's troll in the dungeon?
Yeah,
and being like, why are all these kids leaving this amazing food on the table? You know what I mean? Like, it's so crazy to me because it just felt so lived in. I really hope they can replicate that out. Talk about video games, Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah,
let the kids, you know what I mean? Like, let them kind of,
By then, there might be a whole series of those.
Yeah.
Let's
hope. Honestly, talk about a new game. Yeah, probably Mark finished it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about that yet, but Mark finished it. So, because the last time we talked, I think he was just starting. Or was maybe the first trial or two. I can't remember.
Yeah, so I still technically haven't finished it, but my wife has, and I watched her play it. So.
Oh, okay.
How deep are you? I thought you were pretty close.
I got to... Where did I stop? I think I'm after the third trial, getting the third headmaster.
So you're close.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so crazy to think back to that. But what a cool lived-in environment, because like you can read the book, watch the movie, play the games.
So I mean, we have to ask. Like, did you learn the unforgivable curses?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See,
I was Slytherin, so I of course you're gonna learn them.
Tony
didn't,
and my brother Paul, of all people, also did not learn.
Paul.
I was shocked.
This is saying everything. Ben and I play a lot of games with Paul.
Yeah.
When Paul said he didn't, my jaw dropped.
Yeah. Well, just from the
way.
the min-maxing your character perspective.
For sure.
Paul, that's making your battles take longer.
Yeah. Literally.
Paul said, "Oh, well, I looked into it and it didn't really add anything, so I just didn't do it." I'm like.
You can auto kill people.
What
do you mean?
Yeah, 3-4 people.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I don't.
That's
and
wild.
just knowing Paul,
I know
it's
that's
just shocking.
I was like, this is like up your alley. This is like the nuke switch. This is like everything.
It's probably because you could only use it on enemies. That's probably
Yeah.
It didn't do anything, meaning I can't attack NPCs with it.
Well, I think there's also wasn't like a progression of it.
Yeah.
Because that was the other thing. The spells had progressions. You can bolster up spells and everything, but like the unforgivable curses were just unforgivable curses. You know what I mean? Like you just maybe it was a one-shot pony. I don't know.
There was the dark arts section for talents.
There is one. Yeah.
Yeah, but the talent points could bleed into the unforgivable curses.
Yeah, you could upgrade them.
I didn't know that worked for the unforgivable curses.
Yeah, there's some specific upgrades for them.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I didn't look at that too much because I didn't go that route. So
because you're a good noodle.
I'm a good guy.
Tony's like,
were you a Hufflepuff?
I was.
Oh,
I was a Hufflepuff too, but I was like, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get the fullest out of this game.
First off, going into Azkaban was so sick.
Is that why you picked Hufflepuff?
No, I'm a Hufflepuff.
Okay.
We talk extensively how we're Hufflepuff.
You guys are Hufflepuffs? Okay.
Yeah. That's how this originally got started. Fun fact. This whole podcast. was we literally were talking around a fire. I think our listeners know this, but just as a recap, but we were talking around a fire, had a handful of drinks in us and whatever. We kept talking about how we were like, we should take the test as adults. You know what I mean? And we took the test. We both got Hufflepuff again, and we're like, we just have to accept it. And then we started looking in the lore of Hufflepuff, and then it ended up it was super fun. One of the most fun bonfires we had, and it was like, I think we caught lightning in a bottle, kind of like. We have a good repertoire. We love talking about this stuff, and it just kind of kept growing. Yeah. And then it took us a whole year until we actually recorded a podcast.
Because Jenna made us sit down and pick a date to record.
Yeah, literally a year later.
Executive producer.
Yeah,
earning the title.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not joking around. She's executive producer for sure. But
I thought that story was going to go that the fire turned blue and both your names came out on pieces of paper.
Dude, I want mine. They're coming to fire. I want mine on the Fleur Delacour fan.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm like, dude, you wrote that. You know what I mean? I don't know. But so I had to ask this question. Speaking of nostalgia, would you consider Harry Potter a Christmas movie?
No, because it goes through all seasons.
Yeah.
You see
No. I totally agree, by the way.
Okay.
But here's the problem. ABC Family would always do a Harry Potter marathon at Christmas.
They do it on Halloween, too.
Oh, I know. But I'm just saying, in my brain now, something about it, that was a studio-run event. They would always show the movie, and I've just forever, whenever I watch Harry Potter, I immediately think, I was like, oh, when's I just think of Christmas. I don't know why. They don't do it during do they do it during Halloween too?
Yeah, that's when I know the marathon to be.
Really?
On ABC Family. That's what makes me think of.
I feel like they do it quite a lot.
They do. It sounds like they're trying to fill airtime.
There's 8 movies. Yeah, well, how better to kill airtime is to run 8 movies.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought that was going to hit a lot more because I thought you guys would be like, oh, yeah.
Because the only time I ever watch cable is when I go visit my mom because she still has a cable TV subscription. Yeah. And I'll flip on ABC Family and it feels like there's always Harry Potter. Yeah. Every time I'm over there, there's just, it's in the middle of a Harry Potter marathon.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory always has it too. I get a big kick out of that. Yeah, same thing. My parents. It's the only time where I'm like, dude, this still exists. Buckeye Cable is still a thing. Yeah. Like, what? I couldn't even imagine it.
Well, it's crazy that cable,
so you see commercials,
at least for her, is still kind of like she does the one where it's cheaper and then you get to pick your channels. So it's still kind of like a subscription service. You're just subscribing to 20 over the air channels. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so funny. I get a big kick out of that whenever I go back. I'm like, really?
Did you guys ever do mail in Netflix?
Oh,
Did your families do that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
My family never did, but Mark's family did, and that's when I saw it.
Organizing the queue. Arguing with your siblings to change the order. Man.
And then we would do a movie for the parents and then a movie for the kids.
Yeah, so we would do that
because you only got one at a time.
Correct.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We did that too.
Yeah. I only knew it from Mark's family, but our family, we were big on, you go to Family Video.
Oh.
We went to Family Video way later than we should have.
Well, so that was really close to your house.
Oh, it was right down the street.
We did Blockbuster. Before Netflix was a thing, we were a Blockbuster family.
Never went to a Blockbuster. Yeah. Family Video was our local.
Yeah, because it was there.
Was there even a Blockbuster by us?
I don't think so.
I don't remember ever. I mean, people talked about it, but I don't remember. Mm-hmm. And now all the Family Videos are like Little Caesars. I don't know if they had. You know what I mean? No, it is every time. And I try to Google it. I'm like, is this just a random happenstance?
What a pivot!
Except ours is an Irish tavern, but literally every.
But it was a Little Caesars before that.
Yeah,
and then
all
the
other ones
Swim Studio, and then it went to an Irish tavern, which is so funny to think about. I think your brother worked there for a little bit. Didn't Ben work there?
No, Ben's friend worked there.
That's what it was. Yeah. Okay, Ben's friend. But yeah, regardless. But yeah, we would go in there, and that was a really big deal because, we would just go in there and pick up. But we never did the Netflix thing.
Because you get, for A's, right? You could get
that was a big deal because you get an A on your report card. Go in there, rip that. And then if you were really cool, I can't remember if there was a thing or maybe this was local, but if you had all A's, they would let you get one piece of candy. And I was like...
Oh, the store would do it?
Yeah, the store. And I was like... Wow. Yeah, this is sick. Now, granted, it was like a sucker or whatever, but you know what I mean? I got a big... And maybe they didn't. Maybe my mom was like, hey, you know what I mean?
Could have
greased up the guy.
But that was a different time. I could see a business doing that.
Hey,
show me your report card. But now, these days, they'd be like, hey, you're discriminating against my stupid kid.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just crazy because that was when they also had all those candies too. Because that was the first time I ever had Bernie Bot's every flavored bean. Because the Jelly Bellies would release it, but they only do it at Family Videos. Yeah. And so I remember grabbing that and going to a family event, us trying that out. Those were yucky. They're still yucky, but they're fun to have.
Yeah.
There's certain candies that I still will only get when I go see a movie because, like, this is movie theater candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
What's
the
your movie theater go to, though?
Oh, cookie dough bites. The little. Dude.
Rich.
Yeah.
Rich.
Rich candy.
Yeah.
Eat a whole box. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. Next day is rough.
Yeah. It's the Squidward. Go to your thighs and then you
Straight to
blow
the
up. But that's it. So what's your, but like, hey, I gave you had all A's on your report card.
boy.
Ben. What are you grabbing at the snack machine? Or sorry, the vending or whatever you want to call it. You go to a movie theater.
Yeah.
You're getting X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. I mean, I can't pick cookie dough bites.
Oh, you can.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
but I'm saying you got Lay's, man. Treat
Yeah.
yourself.
Oh.
Get some more. You
Reese,
know what I mean?
Reese Pieces would be number 2.
I'll say it. Fuck yeah. That's exactly what I was going for.
Yeah.
That was exactly what I was going
Yeah.
for.
Honestly, these days when we go see movies, sometimes I do just rip the Reese Pieces instead of
Every
the
time.
cookie dough. Yeah.
I go blue sushi or Slurpee, whatever you want to call it. I do that and I do Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
Never switch.
Yeah.
I don't get popcorn. I didn't even look at it.
I'm a popcorn guy. If I do candy though, I just get Skittles because I don't really get them normally, and it's a treat. But I'm a big popcorn guy. I'll get a huge. I won't eat dinner.
Yeah.
I'll get a big thing of popcorn, big Sprite, and
Sprite,
then
man.
Yeah, and then I'll go home even though I finished the whole popcorn, and I'm like, why am I hungry? Oh, because I didn't eat a substantive dinner. You know?
Yeah. I do the same thing. I
Volumetric.
always skip dinner and I'll get the popcorn and the candy.
Yep.
Oh.
By volume, it seemed like I ate a lot.
Yeah.
But in reality,
Yeah.
you know, that's so funny. But yeah, that's the other thing too. I feel like going to the movies and getting that stuff. I don't know. There's almost so much allure of like sneaking stuff in. Now, allegedly, I think the statute of limitations is clear on this. But 2 things on the movie theater etiquette I was curious about. Number 1, did you guys ever sneak in stuff like candy and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
Like now or as a kid?
As a kid.
As a kid,
I don't think as a kid. I think I was too scared.
Oh, dude, my parents were.
My parents would. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
My dad's like, I'm not paying triple for that candy
Yeah.
bar when I could buy it for 79 cents.
Yeah.
But that was the thing. You'd go stop at a gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rip
correct.
all of it and then go out.
Yeah.
But that's why
Put it
it's
in
funny.
the mom's purse, right? Because they're
Yeah.
Mom's purse.
They check things now that back then they didn't check.
I know.
So we do that now and we've never gotten checked.
Nice.
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean,
So we're always afraid that we're going to. So we'll go to like well, I'm not, I don't know it's exactly where we're going.
Yeah.
But there's a store
Ben, they're gonna
next
look at
to
you.
the movie theater
Yeah,
that we go to. And at stores now they just have movie theater candy. Like
Yeah.
you go to
Oh,
candy
yeah.
aisle, they have the box candy. So we just buy it's $1.
good point because it
Yeah.
used to only be a movie theater.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when's the last
Yeah.
time you saw a box of like Reese's Pieces?
Right.
Never. You know what I mean?
So we
But
just
now-
buy that and then we buy like a 12-ounce or a 16-ounce bottle of pop for each of us.
and just
And then wife has a big purse
Yep.
that she puts it in and
yeah, that's so sick. So that was my number 1. So yeah, we sneak in every once in a while when we were growing up. I think the other thing too, because now I'm like, oh, I'm at the movies, I should support that. You
Yeah.
know, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We're not a movie goer that much.
Before we get off this, the sneaking thing that we did do, which is hilarious, was drive-ins. You guys remember the drive-in?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
We would
Spider-Man 2. We watched that together.
so
remember that.
my statute of limitations is up on this, I'm hoping. They would have us lay in the back of the car and put a blanket over us.
Oh,
Because you had to pay for the number of
per
people
person.
in your
Yeah.
So they would say that they're
Sneaking people out.
they're just seeing it on their own.
Oh, that's
like as
so
a date.
funny.
Yeah.
And they would only have to pay for
Well,
two
like your
people.
parents?
Yeah.
Oh, so then be you and your sister. in
We'd
the
be
back?
hiding in the
Oh,
back.
That's so funny.
I used to get in trouble for things like that because they would do that a lot too if you go to like a restaurant and it would say like 7 and under eats free.
Oh,
So
yeah.
my mom would say like, yeah, this is my kid, he's 7. And I'd be like, no, Mom, I'm 8.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Do you want the chicken fingers or not?
Right.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah, sorry, I just had to. before I
No.
forgot about that.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That leads to my next question, which was, I knew a lot of people who did this. I never did it. I was way too scared of. Do you know people who would buy one ticket, but then go to multiple movies, and they'd movie hop?
I did it once.
I
I
never
planned
did
it out. I planned it out. I saw, what were the 2 I saw? I know I saw X-Men Apocalypse, and the other one I saw must not have been memorable.
Okay.
I know I saw X-Men Apocalypse because that's the one
Yeah.
I wanted to see. And there was like a 15-minute interlude. So I come out of the first movie, and they were cleaning that other movie theater, so I couldn't go in yet. So I'm just sitting. And I don't know if it was true or not, but thought I saw
pumping,
heart's pumping. I thought the ticket guy was like staring me down, like, you just came out of a movie. What's your next move there?
Yeah.
So I go into this next open theater, and it's I think it's Alice in Wonderland or something like that.
Oh, Johnny Depp.
And I'm sitting there, and all these moms and their like little kids come in, and I'm just this single, dude hanging out, and I'm like,
how old are you, by the way? High school?
No, I'm like, I was co-oping in Kentucky, so I was about 20.
Oh, so you're an adult.
I'm an adult, and I feel even weirder in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like watching my class. 15 minutes go by, so I go out and then just like go into the other theater.
Yeah.
And then sit in a seat, hoping no one else, no one came up to me then. But I'm like,
Oh, that's so funny.
but that was the wonder that I knew. I saw the moms were like, let's sit a few rows down.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm
watch
like,
this guy. Yeah.
Was this before assigned? Did they have assigned seats back then, or you just went in and picked a seat, right?
It used to not be such a big thing.
Yeah.
Just now, I feel like it's a really.
Oh,
big
that's right. Because
Yeah.
you buy.
You have to buy it based on
and
Right.
it's the recliner now.
Yeah.
You're right. You would just buy tickets. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just go find a seat. Yeah. Wow.
That's all it was growing
Wild time.
Yeah. Yeah, you just hope you get a good seat. Yeah.
Yeah, and you gotta get there early. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that
Now
was a
you have
big
to
deal.
buy your ticket early.
Yes.
To get the good seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also now no one comes in until 2 minutes because they know
Yeah.
all the stuff's previewed and extra and Z.
Not me.
Did you
I
ever
like
sneak in?
the preview.
I do
I love
too
the
because I
preview.
want to know.
I
What's
want
coming
to see
out.
him.
Yeah.
My wife hates it.
Well, I've grown to hate it now because literally I went. What was it? I think I went to Deadpool work trip. I was out in Georgia, and Deadpool was playing, and I was like, I got nothing to do. I just got time to burn. Kind of similar situation as your co-op. I'll go watch Deadpool. And I remember I got there really early because I had to walk there. I didn't have a car or anything. And got there, waited around, and it kind of killed me, but because I watched all the previews and I watched them multiple times. And by the third time they like reran, I literally sat there. I'm like, 90% of these are all remakes. Like I literally got to the point where it was like, this is a remake, this is a remake, and it was like, oh man, this is making me actually feel really sad. You know what I mean? Like it made me. I still like watching the previews. It was fun, you know what I mean? Because you're in the theater and cinematography and everything's really fun. But yeah, seeing all the remakes for the nth time, I was like, oh, this sucks. But did you ever sneak in though into a movie theater?
So never snuck into a different theater, but I have in college. So I'm in college, undergrad, a little broke.
Of course.
Went out to a movie with a girl I was with at the time, and it was a Tuesday night, I remember. And like we bought tickets, it was all kosher, it was above board, and we walk in, nobody checks our tickets. Nobody was even working. There was 2 people behind the snack stand, and that was it.
Whoa.
We walked straight into the theater, and it was like, okay, is it always like this? So we went again, and the same exact thing. Tuesday night, nobody was there. And so then the third time we finally ripped it and said, you know what, we're just going to walk in. We're not buying a ticket.
See
we're
what
just going to
happens.
walk into the theater. And yeah, you just walked right in.
Whoa.
Nobody checked. Yeah.
Wow.
We only did that one time, but yeah.
That's crazy. The fact that like they had no one checking.
Yeah, I was
And
like,
the
you're almost
scan line.
you're inviting this.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I have to do this.
right. You got to
Yeah,
try
yeah.
it. Yeah.
It'd be wrong of me if I don't. you know?
Right. Yes, that's the one time. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel I never could do it. I don't know what
Yeah.
it was. It was just one of those things where
Because you're a Hufflepuff.
yeah, it's true. I'm loyal as a kid. Yeah, I'm patient. No, I just think it was one of those things where I'm also like we were never like a movie family. Like whenever we went to the movies, yeah, whatever.
My
You know what I
parents-
mean? Like it was
Yeah, my
never a
parents
big
never
deal.
really came. It was like my older brothers would take me. That
Yeah.
was- yeah.
That's why I was kind of only reason I was into movies because that was the one time where like your older brothers would take you and I'd be like, dude, mom,
Yeah.
let me in, for midnight showings and stuff. That'd be so sick.
The only movies I remember with family was just with my dad, and he took me to see all of the Star Wars prequels when those came
That's
out.
so sick.
Yeah, because I think the first one was 99,
Yeah.
right? Phantom
Was
Menace.
it? Wasn't 2000?
No, it was 99. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I was
Number
starting.
2,
Let's do some math here.
Attack of the Clones was, I think it was
2002?
Yeah, I think that's right.
And then 2005.
5, because I just saw the
Yeah.
20th
So 3,
anniversary,
3,
yeah.
3.
Yeah, so it was prime age for me. 9,
Wow.
12, 15.
Which is how they did the
Oh,
originals.
yeah.
The originals were 333 too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, well. Yeah,
77,
you were
80,
prime
and
time for
3.
that.
yeah,
though.
yeah, it was great.
So have you guys heard of this? I haven't done it yet, but it's on my list of things to do. Gabe might come with me. My friend Gabe, that Ben knows for the listeners, are one of our guests. We talked about
Yeah.
Star Wars Legends. Cinemark does, I think it's the first Monday of every month, they do a secret movie series.
Ooh.
And you don't know what movie you're seeing until the it's on the screen. Mm-hmm. So it's rated R when you buy tickets. It's not always rated R. It's just they wanted it to be an adult.
Just in case.
Yeah. But that seems kind of fun to me.
That does seem fun.
It's a movie that's coming out, and no previews have been out about it yet, right?
Oh, so it's a new movie.
Yeah, it's going to be a new movie.
Oh.
No previews have been out about it yet, and you guys are one of the first groups to see it. So sometimes they're really awesome, sometimes they're really bad. I've got 2 coworkers that do it, and I'm like,
That kind of sounds like fun.
How do you get in on this? Is it just on their website or something?
So you buy
Okay.
it. I think it's the first Monday of every month.
Do you have to fill out something to be like, I really like the movie?
No, I don't know. That's actually
Like a survey?
You would think.
Yeah, like it's a screen test or something.
But
yeah.
it's called Secret Movie on Cinemark. Only is the one who does it. But you just buy it online like a normal ticket.
Huh.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I don't trust the new movie industry too much to do that, but at the same time, too, yeah.
They
But
could
it's just
surprise
kinda
you, Tony.
Yeah, well, right now I'm like, dude, if I'm gonna go see a movie, I'm gonna
You
see like
gotta know.
Naked Mud.
Yeah, you
I
gotta know.
I gotta have a little more ace in the
Yeah.
hole nowadays. My
But
my
we
free
usually
time
record
flow.
on Monday, so it's hard for me to get away.
Yeah.
Or we can skip a record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or play hooky.
Yeah.
Tony will go see Naked Gun, and you can go see.
Yeah.
right.
We'll let Jenna was like, hey man, we're recording. It might be like a 2-hour record.
Yeah.
Just don't bother us though.
Yeah,
We'll be
yeah.
really into it in the basement.
Then she comes down here, it's just 2 pillows propped up against the mic.
Yeah.
Why would you put the pillows up? If I come in here, I know I'm gonna see.
There's little cardboard faces.
It's just funny, you know.
Honestly, I would hope for a laugh.
Yeah,
You know what
right?
I mean? Like, I'm
like
trying to
a-
cut the pain a little bit, you know, but
Yeah.
But no, guys, yeah, I think this is perfect. I think we wrap it up. But Ben, we totally appreciate your time on this. It's so much fun. I love talking about this stuff, and it's such a great conversation to have coming with you and going into all this points of like dogs, all this other stuff. It's so much fun. But.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad to be invited back. I'm glad to be the most tenured and the best guest that you've ever had.
Yes, always.
So I hope to keep the streak going.
Yeah. Most nostalgia guest. We can say that for
most
a fact.
nostalgic guest. Yes. I'll try to prevent my enemies from coming back on. We'll see how that goes. Paul.
Text Paul.
Yeah, right.
Text Paul and Joe. Hey guys. Yeah.
Well, yeah. So thanks, guys, for listening. We really appreciate it. As always, please reach out to what if ideas, mix-up ideas, games ideas, topic ideas,
Nostalgia events. Favorite dog movies.
We need more favorite dog movies. What do you tell us? What are your favorite dog movies, and what do you expect or excited to share with your kids? Granted,
Yeah.
And if you don't want kids, your nieces and nephews, you know.
Exactly. They're a great avenue.
Correct,
Niece and
yes,
nephew.
yeah.
Or, you can also say, what dog remakes do we want to see?
Yes.
Scooby-Doo, you know what I mean?
And
Comes back after all this time.
Please watch Balto. Do it for me.
Yeah.
Please.
Then message Ben.
We're starting a petition. We're getting Airbud out of retirement because he's
Yes.
still one. He's been looking for work
Yes.
for 20 years.
Dude, the
Pickleball. Airbud Pickleball.
There we
Bring
go.
it back.
Airbud Pickleball, but here's the thing, you do the, oh my gosh, we talked about the Jimmy Neutron and, what was the
Jimmy
crossover?
Timmy Power Hour.
Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. We do the Power Hour with Balto and Airbud.
Oh.
It'd be perfect. If
I don't-
only.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for a live action Balto. I might explode from nostalgia.
Yeah.
If they do it right.
If they do it right. Yeah.
And then we need the blooper reels of just all the animals walking, just so we know, that everything's above board. But no, and if you ask yourself, hey, where should we reach out? You can reach out at us with the Live Laugh Floor Pod, and that would be at Instagram and X Twitter, or you can also email us at the Live Laugh Floor Pod at gmail.com. That's livelaughfloorpod at gmail.com.
Thanks, guys.